everyone, my name is Jules, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my skincare routine as a Las Vegas dancer and performer. So what inspired me to do this is that I have had a lot of friends who are also dancers and performers and who are not ask me what I do for my skincare routine because I don't really get any breakouts. I have very minimal blackheads and my skin has a pretty overall even texture. That's at least what they've told me. Of course, like during my period and stuff, sometimes I'll get a small breakout here or there, just usually one or two. I used to struggle with acne a lot as a kid, especially in high school. I used to have like cystic acne, like all down here, a couple on my forehead, but just mostly like in this area right here. And over the years, I experimented with a lot of different skincare products, different routines, just to kind of see what would help me have the clearest skin. And even though I don't have like the glassiest skin in the world, I just wanted to make a video that would be realistically what I use as a performer every day on my skin. Now, there are two aspects to my skincare routine. Today, I'm gonna go over what I put on my skin, but another very important aspect of my skincare is what I eat and what I don't eat. What I do and don't put into my body has definitely changed how my skin looks. For today, we're gonna talk about what I do put on my face topically to help with my skincare routine. Now, I do have nothing on my face currently. This is a fresh face. Let me show you guys kind of what my skin looks like right now. And so I don't really have any breakouts. My pores aren't very big. I do have two moles on my face. I have one that's kind of like a beauty mark and one on the side of my face. But other than that, I also have just ended my period. And so I had maybe one or two tiny little zits, but that was it. So this is how my face looks most of the time, even when I have hormonal spikes. So let me share with you what I put on my face. Now, something that has really kept me consistent with my skincare routine is that I will have a easy skincare routine where I'm maybe in a hurry. I don't feel like I have the energy to put in a lot of time or effort into my skincare routine. I'll have something that I absolutely do every single day. And then when I do have the time, I have a longer version of a skincare routine that I do when I have the time, when I'm feeling it. And really giving myself an easy version and a more complicated version of the routine has kept me very consistent in doing skincare. First, what I'm gonna share with you is my big skincare routine, so what I would do if I did have the time, and then I will share with you guys what I do every single day, even if I have zero time. So, let's get into it. So when I wake up in the morning, the very first thing I do is I spray on witch hazel. I put it into a little bottle like this, and I'll share with you guys the brand that I use. This one has aloe vera in it a little bit, but this is the brand I'm currently using. It is the Thayers brand. I've liked this brand a lot. I'm thinking about maybe switching to a slightly cleaner brand because this one does have fragrance in it, but it has been working for my skin so far. So if I switch and it ends up not working, I will come back to this one. And I let that dry. So this is what I do in the morning, and then I'll also share what I do at night. So I'm starting with my morning skincare routine. Once that's dry, I will go in with the Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid. And I love this brand because this brand is a much cleaner brand than some other brands out there, and it's also fairly cheap. I think the big bottle is $12, which I really like, and it lasts me like, and I use it morning and night, so it lasts me like 2-3 months, which has been awesome. But I just take that and I put a drop here, a drop here, and a drop here. And try not to touch the applicator to your skin because that can spread bacteria. And always make sure to wash your hands before doing your skincare routine. Now with the hyaluronic acid, I let this soak into my skin. So I wait about a minute or two and just let it soak in. I currently live in Las Vegas, so my skin is usually pretty dry. It'll soak in within 1 minute, maybe 2. If you live in a place with more humidity, it might take a little bit longer for that to really like soak into your skin. Then after the hyaluronic acid, I go in with the same brand, Good Molecules. I do their niacinamide serum. And this is also fairly cheap. I think it's also about $12 for the big bottle. Lasts me the same amount of time as the hyaluronic acid. I also do this twice a day usually. Drop there and up there. It's a little windy in here right now. And I let that sit and soak in, and usually while I let that soak in, I'll go in with my under eye cream. So I've used a couple different ones. This one is my favorite for the price because it is only $6. It's very clean. If you do have the Bobbi Approved app, which tells you like what products are all natural and clean and what other chemicals are in other products that aren't so clean, I would recommend downloading that app. I am not sponsored, but Bobbi Approved is a great app. I highly recommend it. So then I go in with the Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Under Eye Gel. It focuses. It's a tiny little tube, but this thing will last me a very long time because basically all I really do. So I just take my ring finger like that. I put a tiny little pea-sized dot on my finger, just about that much. I put my ring fingers together and I gently just go under my eyes. And I actually like to put a little bit on top of my eyebrows too. Just like underneath my eyes and kind of like where my wrinkles are up on my forehead. I don't know if it's supposed to work like that. That's just what I do and it tends to work for me, so that's okay. And then the next thing I do is I do a moisturizer. Now there is a bunch of different steps you could do. I used to do the snail mucin in between that and my moisturizer. I have stopped doing that for a couple months now just because it was a product that was not Bobbi Approved and I wanted to see if my skin would still look the same without the product, and it did. So you do not need something super expensive in order to have good skin. But like I said, it all depends on your body type. It all depends on your skin pH levels. Everyone's different. So you just kind of have to find something that's best for you. I just put it on my hands. I forgot to show you guys. It's the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Moisturizer. This one has been working amazing for me. Since I live in the desert, I have very dry skin, and this one has been making my skin feel so much better. Not as dry, not as cracked. I like to put it down my neck also, and on my chest area, just to make sure I'm hydrated. Now, I let that soak in as well. Takes like a minute or two. My skin really likes to absorb things, so it doesn't usually take that long. If it is the daytime, the next thing I will do is I will put on a sunscreen. Now, I put on a sunscreen every single day. Right now, I am using the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen, but I have used other sunscreens as well. Just find one that works best for you, but you do want to protect your skin every single day from the sun, even when it's cloudy outside. Yeah, even when it's cloudy, you still need sunscreen. I like this one because it's not super greasy. It doesn't leave like a lot of like that gross greasy texture, that residue. It doesn't have that. That's really why I like this sunscreen. Now, something I've noticed about, at least what I will tell you guys what I've noticed about the lotion, is that this lotion takes a hot sec to soak into the skin. So even if it is dry out here, I can leave it a minute or two, but if I'm putting makeup on pretty immediately after putting this on, I want to make sure I let my skin soak this in for about 5-10 minutes, because if I don't, it'll end up pilling my makeup, which I don't like, so I have to give this extra time to soak in. Now, if it's daytime, I'll end with the sunscreen and then put my makeup on and then go, or just have sunscreen on. If I don't have to wear makeup that day, then I'll just do that and go. But if it is nighttime, I will show you guys what I do to take off my makeup and then the routine that I do at night. So if it is nighttime and I have a full face of makeup on, what I do is I kind of like, I want to say quadruple cleanse my skin. If I'm wearing a lot of makeup. If it's just like a light makeup, not super heavy, I'll do something completely different. But let's say I have a full face of stage makeup on. I get home, take off my lashes, take off any other accessories that I have. I will go in with this Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. I really like this one. It really melts off the makeup. I leave my skin completely dry. Do like 2 pumps of this in my hand. Spread it around and then just wipe it all over my face, wash that off with water, and then I will, if I have like because my mascara really likes to just stick in here. What I'll do is I'll just take a little cotton swab and use a micellar water and just kind of get in the rest of the makeup that's been stuck under my eyes. If I do not have time, or if I am not wearing a full face with just a little bit of makeup, I won't do my oil cleanser. I like to save that for when I have a full face, and I will just use the micellar water on cotton pads and take off the small amounts of makeup I have that way. So that's my first step on my cleansing routine. Then I usually get into the shower and I use the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. And I use this one because it is, once again, Bobbi approved. If you don't have the Bobbi approved app, I highly recommend it. Not all of these products are Bobbi approved. I'm trying to find Bobbi approved ones for the ones that are not, but for now, this is what's working for me, and I will update you if you're curious if I find other ones. So I use this cleanser. I do about 2-3 pumps, put it all around my face and wash it off in the shower. And now if I had like a lot of makeup on my face that day, or I was sweating a lot, then usually I will go in with my exfoliant. Typically, I do my exfoliant maybe about 3 times a week. If I had a really rough day with a lot of things on my face, I will do it an extra time. But for my exfoliator, I use the Acure Brightening Facial Scrub. So this has also helped me when I did have acne, I used to have a couple of acne scars around here, and this has helped brighten them up. And this one is Bobbi approved, last I checked. It's really nice, it smells good, my skin feels very clean after I use this. But I put maybe a pea size, a little bit bigger than a pea size amount in my hand, and I will wash that on my face and rinse it off in the shower as well. So that is what I do to take off all my makeup. Then I will do the exact same skincare routine that I did in the morning, but do it at night. I will start with the witch hazel, hyaluronic acid, the niacinamide serum, wake up under eye cream, and then my moisturizer. Then I will do, if I'm feeling extra special that day, I will do a couple drops of the Marula oil by Drunk Elephant. Now, this is very expensive and I only get it every once in a while. I do not believe that you need this oil. This is just a fancy one that I use every once in a while on my skin if I'm feeling extra fancy at night. And then after all that, what I do is I put on my lips a aloe vera Aquaphor lip moisturizer. I put this on multiple times a day, honestly, because my lips get so dry. There are a couple extra things in here that I do. So, if my lips feel like they need some exfoliation, then I will use the Burt's Bees Exfoliating Lip Scrub. I think it's on the back. Yeah. That's this guy. There it goes. Yeah, I'll use this on my lips. I really like this one. It's honey. It tastes really good. And then about once a month, if I have the time and remember, I will also do a face mask. So I don't do this every day. I don't do this all the time, but I use the Novashine, the green tea matcha mud mask. It's really nice. It feels good on my skin. I really like that one. And that is my big routine. So that is a lot of products. That is a lot of steps. You don't have to do this every single day. That is a lot of steps. I don't do it every single day. I will do it most days or at least once a day I'll try to do it, but it doesn't always happen. So out of that large routine, let me share with you just the things I absolutely do every single day. In the morning, if I'm rushing, all I will do is witch hazel, a moisturizer, sunscreen, but that's it in the morning. Witch hazel, moisturizer, sunscreen, that's it. If I don't have the time to do everything else. Now, easy mode at night. Of course, I will get all of my makeup off no matter what. So I will always remove my makeup with the micellar water, and then I will always double cleanse my face with a cleanser after. So that's at night. What I do if I'm doing a quick routine at night, again, I will do the witch hazel moisturizer, and that's it. Well, if my lips are feeling chapped, I'll do the chapstick as well, because I do that all the time. But only those 2 steps at night if I'm feeling rushed. But that's what I do every single day. So I always am at least doing something to help my skin. And that is what's been working for me. Now, everyone's skin is different. It's gonna take you time to figure out what your skin likes, what your skin doesn't like. Also, like I said, this is only one aspect of my skincare routine. The other aspect is what I eat. So what I put into my body and what I don't put into my body. And I'll do another video on specifically what I've changed in my eating patterns to help my skin. Yeah, and this is not a one size fits all situation. Just because this works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. But maybe there's something in here you've never tried before that could help you with what you've been trying to achieve for your skin. Because I'm not a licensed esthetician. My mother is though, and my mother has been sharing some tips and tricks with me about skincare routine. So she has definitely helped me accumulate all of this stuff. The one thing I will say is put sunscreen on every single day. My mom has been so adamant about me wearing sunscreen every single day, and it has been helping me a lot. So wear your sunscreen. And with that is my topical skincare routine that I do. In the next video, I will share with you guys what I eat as well to help with my skincare routine. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed esthetician. I am just a Las Vegas dancer and performer that has been dealing with skin and skincare for a long time, and I wanted to share with you some of my tips and tricks on what I do to keep my skin clear. Once again, any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to share with me your opinion or your skincare routine, drop that in the comments below. I would love to connect with you guys and talk more about it. And if you want to see more videos like this, I also do gaming videos. I also do a little bit of advice videos. I have a podcast as well about manifestation, connecting with your soul. If you want to see any of those things, click that subscribe button and you guys can get more from me whenever I post a video. With that being said, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope your skincare journey is going well. And with that, I will see all of you in the next video. Bye!